It's been a rough work day. The boss is busting your ass. All you can think of is a nice cold glass of beer and sunshine. Life can get you down, but you can take all the licks. Nothing in this world out of beer and sunshine cannot fizz. Oh, it's a beautiful day for some beach in a tan. Grab a few friends, put your feet in the sand with some beer and sunshine. Oh, oh, beer and sunshine. Yeah, beer and sunshine.
What up, beer and sunshine friends?
Yes. Don't be alarmed. This is Beer and Sunshine. I know we're not rocking our usual Beer and Sunshine shirts, but it's for a reason.
Yes. Well, so, we're Beer and Sunshine. Beer for breweries, sunshine for Florida. We're all about the craft beer scene here in the Tampa Bay area. And so we have for guests breweries. Lots of great brewmasters and people that stepped out and decided to get into the beer business, which is awesome because everybody loves beer. But of all the guests we've had over the past year or so, I think the only brewery that has given us a t-shirt is these fine gentlemen that you're going to meet today. We've got Ian and Matthew from Fort Misery Cidery down in the Fort Myers area, about an hour south of where I'm at in Sarasota. And really good guys. We met them at the Temple Terrace Brew Fest. Yep. Super nice guys, really, really generous. And obviously, they gave us shirts after just like shaking our hand and meeting us one time. So they hold a special place in our hearts because we love t-shirts.
Yeah. So I wonder what they do when they take a girl out for a date.
Probably give
we
her a
hardly
t-shirt.
knew them, and we got t-shirts. So, boy, oh boy.
Wine and dine.
See, wine and dine. No, we had a great. No shirt for you, chicken. Just and what are you doing smoking? Nobody likes smoked chicken. Sit down. Oh my gosh. Smoking's not good for your health.
I would eat smoked chicken.
I would eat smoked chicken too. Now that you talk about smoked chicken. Yeah. So last week we had a pre-tape show from Two Frogs. So I haven't
Which was excellent, but you did a great job.
Thank you.
You're awesome. I keep thinking that Christina is better by herself when I'm not around. Like somehow she just, I don't know. Maybe I just like her. I just like her a lot.
No,
and when I watch
when you're
her,
not with me, I have to overcompensate to make up for the fact that your charming self is not with me.
That's not true. She's just saying that. I think she's totally just saying that.
I had I had a few drinks that night too.
Who is the kid that owns the place?
Chad Croak.
Chad is 23 years old.
Burping already, Tommy.
Yeah. Well, it's my pre-gaming here.
Pre-game drinks.
But Chad is 23 years old. That Two Frogs, I'm dying to go there. Your information on old Tarpon Springs or downtown Tarpon Springs was amazing. Information about the building. It was episode 12?
Episode 12.
So this is 13. Episode 13. Lucky number 13.
Lucky 13. Yeah. So
but anyway, watch episode 12 with Christina and Chad from Two Frogs, and it looks like it's going to be a cool place when it opens.
Oh no, and he's totally invited us back for when they have the grand opening, so
Sweet.
We'll do that.
There.
And I think on Saturday you spent some time with Tanya.
Yeah.
From
Tanya. I had to ask her because I keep saying Tanya because it's Tanya,
right.
which anyway, she goes by Tanya, just FYI.
Okay.
So
Tanya.
So I was with Tanya from Big Top Brewery, who's those guys are very special to me. They're my neighbors, my buddies. One of those bastards that owns it, Seth, came to me drunk 2 weeks ago, and Billy's good friend Chris was there, was hanging out with me, came to go to this car event thing with me, and he comes up to me and says, "Hey, can I talk to you?" I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "We're going to start this mini pocket bike race league." That night, I bought a $300 little pocket bike, and then I see his wife yesterday. I'm like, "Hey, what's up with your husband and doing this race thing?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, he was just drunk talking. That's not happening." So apparently, I have a little tiny motorcycle now. I don't know what to do with it.
You have a crotch rocket?
A tiny little crotch rocket, literally a little crotch rocket.
Add chicken on a crotch rocket.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. I would love it. Well, great. So I bought a little tiny motorcycle so he could ride it.
Well,
That's not how my motorcycle, my passion for motorcycles works.
How the whole clowns and small bikes
I thought the whole bear and a tricycle thing, racing little tiny motorcycles would be amazing. We were going to make it an event where people would come to Big Top just to watch the pocket bike races. Anyway.
So it was just all drunk talk, pretty much.
Friggin' drunk talk, yeah. So.
Men.
But it's a cool little motorcycle.
So I know last week, because it wasn't a live show, we didn't have any new products from Beer Vats and Begone. But you know what? They've been at it again, and they've got quite the doozy of of product, and if the
so far,
producer wants to,
everything they come out with is awesome. I like
know.
all the products. I mean, mug and hose and all that stuff, just great.
but a producer wants to run that product commercial for us.
Check it out.
Hey there, Billy. Just enjoyed a refreshing dip in the pool, and now you want to make yourself some dinner? Oh, what are you cooking there, hot dogs? Oh my goodness, Billy, you can't pick them up like that. You're going to burn yourself. Don't you have any tongs? No, Billy, that's a thong, silly. I mean tongs. From Beer Bats and Begone, we bring you tongs, the safe way to flip your hot dogs on the barbecue. Great job, Billy. Now don't forget to turn off the barbecue. Oh my God. Never mind hot dogs for me. I've lost my appetite.
Available at all pet stores, gas stations, homeless shelters, and fine dining restaurants. No brewers were harmed in the making of this commercial.
Friends. Yeah, it's great.
Our game tonight is Beer Trivia 101.
Yeah.
So
well,
we'll just see how much.
I suck at trivia. I have no short-term memory
Well, before we get into trivia,
or long-term
our guest-
memory or medium-term memory.
You have long-term memory?
No, I have none. Zero.
You have none? Okay. So we have Matt and Ian from Fort Misery. I always want to call it Misery. I don't know why I want to call it, probably because of the cider part, but it's Fort Misery Cidery. Okay. And it's in Fort Myers?
Fort Myers, correct.
Fort Myers. And you brought us actually a huge
Yeah, nice little
We
assortment
like to
of
drink a little bit.
ciders and meads and
Cider mead.
All the
maybe
goodies.
Some other beer in there too.
So, first of all, before we get into drinking, I just want to ask you guys, what did you bring?
So,
Do you remember what we
yeah,
brought?
we got a little bit of
well,
everything.
how about just before they break out their wares? 'Cause
Their
they have
wares?
quite
Yeah,
they have
they have
quite
quite
a
the
few.
wares.
There's quite a few bottles in there. There's a nice little assortment.
But we
I'm
need
super
to have
pumped.
drinks to drink
Oh,
with
totally.
the drinking game.
Oh, you
yeah.
want to use that for the okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can use it all.
Well, how about okay? As you guys are bringing that out, right? Bring it out. I figured what we have to ask these guys some like basic questions because
Sure.
I'm sure anybody who's heard us say the word cidery twice has never heard of it. Is dying to know what a cidery is and where you guys are at, and because when they find out what you have in the box there, people are gonna want, and not that they can come to your place, but we'll talk about all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
tell us. So that's Ian, by the way, and that's
Ian.
Matthew.
Matt.
Talk to us about Fort Misery real quick, as you're
Yeah, grab something on there. I'll start spitballing.
Yeah, there we go.
So we make apple cider. I guess that's the base of it. Everything we make at the base is going to be apple cider. We ferment all in oak barrels. So we're going very rustic French style with the cider, very dry, semi-dry. Not your run-of-the-mill mass-produced ciders. It's not going to be so sweet you can only drink one. Very true to style historic cider. It's actually the oldest beverage produced in America. So we're trying to bring it back to its roots. A lot of people don't really know about cider, so we're trying to kind of bridge the gap between our craft beer drinkers and our cider drinkers and bring it all together by doing some beer-minded things
And
with
where
cider.
does mead fall in there? Because I know you got some mead here too, right?
Mead just seemed like a no-brainer for us for making cider. Being in Fort Myers on the Gulf Coast, we get really awesome local honey, and it would be stupid for us not to display it.
And if you would, tell people, because I think the best part about the show is that whenever we get somebody that a brewer that comes and gives us good information, like again, her show at the Two Frogs folks was great because you got so much information. But
Right.
tell us what is a cider, what is a mead?
So at our base of cider is going to be fresh pressed pasteurized apple juice. We get that from Washington. It's a variation of a couple different Washington-grown apples that are pressed, pasteurized, and then we buy it from them. We use French-derived yeast, very similar to champagne yeast. So you're going to get a lot of dry, semi-dry ciders from us, nothing too overly sweet. ferment out a lot of the sugar in it. A lot of times, I don't know if you guys are familiar with gravity, we'll ferment it to no more fermentable sugars in it, so it's not going to be cloyingly sweet at all. You really get the fruits to shine through. You really get the oak barrels to shine through.
What's the alcohol percentage, or what's the gravity usually on something like a
We
cider?
try to stay under 7%, usually about 6.8, 6.9%.
Why do you keep it low?
That's based on our licensing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so actually the government is super awesome with cider in general. Is if you stay under 7%, it's a way better option for us financially starting out.
Go Hawks.
He's a redneck chicken now.
Put that on there for you.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Double caps.
So the base of it is more or less an apple juice.
An apple juice, correct? Yeah,
So
it's
you
just not
could-
going to have any additives added to it.
So it's
that's
like
for-
prison wine. It's like hooch.
Well, you can get drunk and still
The-
still act like you're 4.
It tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Have it in a
Probably
sippy
tastes
cup.
delicious.
It goes down too easy.
So we got like a
sometimes,
minute,
so-
right?
Yeah.
Do you think we can knock out a round? All right, we exactly have 1
We can
minute.
crack one
So
right
let's
now.
pour us some in these little glasses, and let's
Yeah.
get one round of this trivia.
So this first one
Yes.
here is going to be our base dry apple cider. It's actually aged in Buffalo Trace bourbon barrels.
Ooh.
And this is a 1-year-old vintage of it. So you're going to get a lot of nice oaky, buttery, vanilla, coconut, a lot of bourbon flavors in there from the oak
And-
barrel.
And we have guests too, so we'll pour a
we'll
couple
pour 'em
of
all.
us.
Yeah, tell the viewers like what your deal is right now, because you guys are not. They can't come visit you yet, right?
No. So we're actually going to be doing what's called an alternating proprietorship, which means that we don't have our own personal space. We rent a space from a local brewery to produce it. Again, it saves us on cost coming out of
Sure.
pocket.
Yeah.
We're trying to do this all ourselves. We don't have any bank loans, no
Well, we got
big
15
supporters.
seconds.
Yeah.
Running tight on
Okay.
time.
No,
So
that's
maybe
fine.
we'll do this. We'll do the first round
Yeah, when we come
when we
back.
come back from commercial.
So grab your drinks and
Yeah.
come back and join us.
Cheers.
we'll be here.
Not fair compared to Oprah.
I think, is that just a, you can pull it right out. You can pull it out.
We're still here. Yes, and things are just getting interesting.
Nicole on Facebook says you guys are awesome, and Emily says that we look good.
Well, thank you.
That's awesome.
Now, well, since they're girls, I would imagine
Yeah,
that's
it's
really
you.
just directed towards
That's
me.
directed towards
Thank
you. So we have some drinks, so now we can start, and we're going to start with our guests, as
Let's
we
do it.
always do.
Yeah.
So, Ian, your question is, and if you get it right, you get to choose who drinks. If you get it wrong, you have to drink, okay?
All right.
So, what beer uses a communist star on their label?
Oh, I know the answer. I didn't have it before, but I know what it is right now.
5,
Oh.
4, 3,
Gotta phone a
2,
friend.
1. Drink.
I don't know.
Can we?
Do you know?
I know it.
What is it?
Heineken.
Yay!
Boom! Yeah. It flashed into my mind. I can see the label perfectly.
All right. So for
Actually,
Matt,
cool.
what beer has the slogan, "It can't get better than this"?
I thought this was craft beer trivia.
I'm
This is Heineken, come on.
It's Old Milwaukee.
Milwaukee,
You know what?
the
I think they're playing so that.
No, we actually had an old Millweiser up at Cycle earlier today. That was delicious. Shout out
See?
to Cycle
Old
Brewing.
Budweiser. What's
A little take on an old
Cycle Brewing in
Milwaukee.
downtown St.
You
Pete?
got
Love that place. You guys need to be on our show.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cycle,
any
yeah.
breweries that are in the Tampa Bay area, if you haven't been on our show, which is pretty much all of you, you need to be on our show. What are you guys waiting
What's
for?
up,
Email
chicken
us.
butt?
We need more?
Christina at beerandsunshine.beer. Email her so you can be on the show.
All right, Tommy, your question
Yes.
is, what beer incorporated their often won award as the central graphic on their label?
There won award on the central as a central
They-
graphic.
yeah, they.
Is it Budweiser?
No,
I know it.
he knows it.
Steal?
You drink.
It's
Alright.
PBR, right?
Yes,
Okay.
PBR. So
Yeah.
for that,
blue
because,
ribbon.
because you knew it, you can pick anybody to have a drink.
No,
so.
you have to drink yourself now too. Spoke out of term.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine.
oh, it's the
Glutton for
police.
punishment.
Yeah, you have to give someone a drink. You have to give
You have
someone
to
a
tell
drink.
somebody to drink.
Tommy T.
Boy, thank you very much.
All right.
We need to get
Thank
some
you, sir.
more.
May I please have another?
We got
Yes.
some empty ones.
So
Well,
tell,
that was-
tell us a little bit more about
Yeah,
the
it's so
cider,
good.
because it
right?
is good.
You like it? I loved it. It was awesome.
So the first one that we're all drinking right here is actually the very first thing that Matt and I did together.
Thank you, sir.
Well, it was the first cider that you guys did together.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
non-sexually speaking.
Right, yes. So we got a bourbon barrel. I guess we'll leave the name out of what bourbon it was, just for copyright's sake.
Sure.
What does it
And-
rhyme with?
What's that?
What does it sound like? What does it rhyme with?
Muffalo space.
Muffalo space. Yeah.
Buffalo space.
Muffalo space. Yeah, we'll go with that. So
I don't know what it is. I
Freshly
don't get
emptied
it.
barrel, and we each made 30 gallons of cider each, and then we got together, put it into the barrel, and let it sit for 3 months, and then we popped it out, kegged some, bottled some.
You really get that bourbon
Mm-hmm.
barrel aged flavor, which now it's like I just realized it. My palate has finally I know what that flavor is now. I can say what it is, but really good.
Yeah, it
And
is.
what's this one you just cracked
So
open?
this is cider. So technically speaking, this is a mead. Typically, mead's going to be honey, water, and yeast. With a cider, you sub cider for the water. So just right in line with us making cider, it's a no-brainer. Like I said, for us to use awesome, fresh, local honey. This is black mangrove honey. I buy about 15 minutes from my house.
Weird. That's weird. Like I could tell that's like an acquired. That's like one of those
Yeah.
acquired tastes where once you get into it, you can become addicted to it, isn't it? I know. I
This
can
is
tell right away.
12%, so very easy drinking for higher alcohol as well.
Super easy
Aged
drinking.
3 months in a
Bizarre.
Chardonnay barrel.
Tastes weird.
In a
Love
Chardonnay
it.
barrel.
So you'll get some of that oaky berryness as well
That's-
with that one.
That's what I got.
Sweet and tart cherries in it, so you get a nice little balance between the two.
I like weird.
The black mangrove honey has a little bit of a dankness to it that kind of comes through a little bit on the nose. It's
It's like the first time I drank scotch. Mm-hmm. It has that really weird, almost like just weird. I don't know how to describe it.
But I enjoy it.
But but it's got that subtle sweetness to it. Oh yeah, this is
And typically, a lot of the meads are on the sweeter side, but being that we use champagne-like yeast, most of our meads finish on the drier side as
so
well.
even though these are kids' glasses, it's not for kids that drink.
And what's the brewing process for this?
So typically for the mead, it takes much longer than the cider. Same thing with our cider. Our mead ferments in oak
Check your
barrels
reflexes.
to really get off that nice oaky, a lot of vanilla characteristics from it. It really smooths out and gives us some nice oak tannins. That process is about 2 weeks for cider, about a month or so, maybe longer for the mead. Just a lot more sugar for the yeast to break down and ferment it and clean up. So it takes a little bit longer to finish that off.
Oh, so the process for the mead is a lot harder or more time consuming?
More time consuming, definitely. A lot more physical labor involved with it too.
Yes? I think chicken
Why is he
wants
staring
some-
at me?
I don't know.
I think you need some of this right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, give him.
I think
You guys run through that first bottle already? Jeez. All right.
I
The
know.
mouthful in there is the question.
I know.
Brittany says yummy.
Yes.
Thank you. Who was the person that made a comment before? What was the name?
I think it was John Gaston said he wanted to be on our show.
Okay.
He can be on
Hey,
our show.
the
I
door's
don't
always
mind.
open.
The door
So
is
you got-
Come
open.
on.
Sorry, lives.
Yeah.
How fast
Come
can
on.
you be here?
Yeah. Great. We'll be here for another 30, 40 minutes or so. Gosh, this time goes by so fast. So just to recap, 'cause I think it's real important. You know, people come on the show. The idea is we want to plug your business.
Mm-hmm.
So officially you're not open, but once your stuff is available, it's not going to be available at your own place, but in other breweries in the Fort Myers area. for the most
Local
part.
bars, local breweries.
Who's going to be carrying your stuff? Do you have anybody lined up for sure? Like,
We don't want to drop any names, but definitely some of the local craft establishments.
Okay.
We totally want to support local, so try to stay away from chains and things of that nature. It's going to be a little more.
and you guys told me at the Temple Terrace Brew Fest, which was awesome, by the way. It was a really
was a
good.
great
It was a
time.
really good time.
Yeah.
How many breweries are there in the Fort Myers area?
Oh,
I think
shoot.
there's about
That is an awful picture. of
10
me.
or so right at the moment. Yeah, I would say there's
10?
about 10 roughly, and it's a pretty sprawled out area. It kind of includes Naples, Fort Myers. You could maybe stretch as far north as Punta Gorda, so to speak, for that whole Southwest Florida area.
Okay.
But there's
Definitely.
about 10, and a very eclectic group of breweries as well. We have a great sour brewery down there.
Dedicated to sours?
I won't say they're dedicated. We'll give a shout out to Pointy Bell.
They do some
Hey, give a
awesome
shout out
sours.
to all of them.
Yeah, shout out to everybody.
If you don't know about the Southwest Florida beer scene,
Yeah.
you need to check out Fort Myers Brewing, Point of Bell, Cape Coral Brewing, Big Blue, Millennial, Bury Me, Old Soul. I mean, the list goes on. We have
Nice.
a ton of breweries in a half-an-hour radius. You're doing
Well,
yourself a
you
good
guys
service.
are gonna take us on a little tour, and I say us. Most likely, these guys will
The
be
whole
with
gang.
me.
Yeah.
But even if they're not, I will definitely come down.
Yeah.
Because I'm an hour away, and I'm real familiar with Fort Myers. In fact,
We could do a Beer and Sunshine does Fort Myers.
Well, there's a-
and hit them.
Definitely.
my wife and I are going to go with some of our neighbors to do a beach thing at some place there in Fort Myers. I forget the name of the area exactly. Like we're going to stay at some place, probably a weekend or whatever. Maybe while we're there, one night we can all come meet up with you guys, and you can.
Oh, we'll definitely show you around
Absolutely.
town.
Because everybody that I'm going with, they're all, they all love beer.
Oh yeah, and everything's like in a super close distance. It doesn't take long to get from any of them.
And maybe you
good.
guys can come
Yeah,
down that
sure.
weekend as well. Yeah,
Because we
that'll be
like you
fun.
too, Tommy.
Sure.
So we had somebody wanted to know how you came up with your logo.
Not invited.
I'll let Ian handle that.
Okay.
I'm not originally from Fort Myers. I guess he's not either, but he's been here much longer than I have. Grew up here. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was born.
Got some more then?
Oh yeah, please. Born in New Jersey, but came down here when I was 5. So for all purpose.
Not the end of the world. There could be worse things than being from New Jersey.
Right.
Or Jersey.
I'm not opposed to it. So Fort Myers and Cape Coral are affectionately known as Fort Misery and Cape Coma. And Matt and I were actually, I think, kegging and bottling the first thing we had, the Muffalo Brace. And
Buffalo Space.
Muffalo Space. Okay. Yeah. that barrel. And he was just saying, hey, what kind of rings true to the area? What's
So it's a nickname, Fort Misery?
yeah. Yeah,
Kind of
it's
a joke. We have a lot of snowbirds. It can kind of be
Right.
a place that is a dead end road for a lot of
Like
people.
people from Tampa are tampons.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Oh! Yeah.
I didn't agree with that.
That's their nickname.
yeah.
Oh, Jason Coper says he wants some beer and sunshine.
Well, he's going to get some. He's a
He's gonna
good
get
friend of
some.
mine. One of my
Yeah.
closest friends in the world. You guys know him. He's a good guy. He's going to be here at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And I've already apologized to his sister, who's one of my closest friends in the world, and of course my wife. Well, we couldn't apologize enough because when he gets here, him and I are going to
Yeah.
get disgustingly probably
disgustingly
hammered and obnoxious, and it's going to be a real. It's going to be a
I like everything you're saying right now.
Yeah.
A real
So
shit
just
show.
to go back
Salivating.
to the logo, so it's kind of like it's an apple.
Oh,
for
and the
cider.
logo itself, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, I work at kind of a nightclubby-esque bar part-time. The DJ, shout out to Mike, is a muralist.
What's the place that you work? Where's that?
Mona Lisa. Nice Italian restaurant, karaoke bar at night, so it gets a little crazy at night time.
It gets
affectionatally-
a karaoke scene
Affectionately
gets
known
clubby?
as moaners.
Yeah, it gets a little cray-cray.
If you call it Mona Lisa's, it's just not right. It's
It's called Moaners.
Yeah.
moaners.
Late night.
Yeah.
Now, what are you
so
like, the
DJ
bouncer there or something? You're a
I
big guy.
bartend.
Oh, you're a bartender?
Yeah, I'm a lover of all crafts, so drinks is one of those as well.
So that's the place to get crazy down in Fort Myers.
Oh,
is
yeah.
Moaners, Mona Lisa's.
So
Okay,
DJ's
I'll
my
remember
good
that.
friend, does a lot of murals and stuff. I conned him after a couple beers into drawing
He
me a
made that logo?
Yeah,
I
so-
love it. Well, what's the font? Is that like...
That's all hand drawn. We
Get
did this
out
on
of
purpose,
town.
was to really try to make it.
Karaoke chicken.
What are you singing?
It's very obvious what he's singing.
What's he singing?
It's a Bon Jovi song.
Oh.
I don't remember the title, the name, but it's a Bon Jovi song.
It's the best one. So we try to
Living
keep
on a
it.
barbecue.
Slippery when wet.
Slipper one. That's the one.
Living on a
That's the one.
barbecue.
Good ear. Good ear.
John says he loves your bald head.
Well, thank you,
And
John.
people from Pasco
How do you-
are
Trash canyons.
trash
Trash
conians.
Conians?
Trash
Chris Barrett.
conians.
Chris
Oh,
Sorry,
that's
I was trying to help, and
terrible.
I think I made it worse.
That's terrible, trash conians. Well, I'm
I don't,
Canadian,
and
so
I don't love my bald head, but thank you, John. Thank you.
I think
Thank
everybody
you.
loves your bald head.
No, I want hair. I want luxurious locks.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, no, I have
Overrated.
so many hairdos.
Yeah, you don't
I
wanna-
have so many
you gotta
hairdos
deal
that
with
I'm
this
waiting
every
when they cure baldness. I have all these hairstyles that I'm just waiting to come out with, like all these.
Like the Allen Iverson braids.
I have a lot of stuff going on. There's no braids involved.
No
No,
braids?
definitely no braids. No,
I've always been a sucker. I
they're
want
hipster
braids.
haircuts. They're more hipster haircuts, I think. And then I'm going to grow my beard long again.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. No, it's great.
So you
My wife
kind of look
hated
like
it.
Gandalf with the big long...
No, people. I used to get compliments all the time. It was a good beard. It was not a super beard, but it was a good beard. But all right, so
Nicole is in the audience, and she said that she loves the cider,
Well,
so...
thank you, Nicole.
it's good stuff. It's
It
really
is
good
good.
stuff.
I got the
What
other
else do you
one.
guys have? We have 1 minute. Why don't we break out another bottle and then
Let's go a little lighter.
we can share it
Yeah, there we go.
with some of the audience members?
So actually,
Are the sirens for you guys?
hope not.
Oh, don't we have to play another round?
potential.
Don't we have to play another
We
round?
can play around when we come back.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
You ready for some more?
This is actually the
Let me finish
same
this.
first one that we had, but Matt did a little treatment on it. We're talking about
yeah.
some brown sugar as well as some
You
maple
talk about some
syrup.
brown sugar?
So actually,
Giving it a little
purposely
sweetness.
tried to burn the brown sugar a little bit to give it some nutty toffee-like characteristics to it. Just make it a little more complex and sweet.
Oh man, that has a. It's a bit bigger body. I wouldn't.
And even, that's all, folks.
It's
It's got a lot more
It's-
viscosity to it.
It's
Yes.
bigger in your mouth than.
That's what she's saying.
Oh. And on that note, we'll be right back after these messages. Yes. And more beer and sunshine.
More beer and
Here
sunshine.
It is.
Yay! So
So,
anyway,
yeah,
we've got some more.
this is delicious
It
also.
is delicious. And speaking of cider, I had told Nicole the other night that I had a dirty joke about cider, and I was like, should I tell it? Shouldn't I tell it?
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So anyway, and I'm Irish, and so anyway, so these two Irish boys, they were like 7 or 8.
Hold on. Nephews, nieces, earmuffs.
Okay.
Earmuffs.
Earmuffs. So anyway, they were talking about the birds and the bees, and one guy says, so what is it? He said, you know, sex. He said, well, what is that? He says, he goes, that's when you start touching and kissing. Oh yeah, and then what? And then your Mickey gets hard. He says, your Mickey gets hard? Yeah, your Mickey gets hard. He goes, well, then what do? He says, well, you put it in cider. He says, well, can I put it in some beer? Because I don't like cider.
Oh boy. Okay, kids, you can take your hands away from your ears now.
I know, that was my dad's joke.
On that note, let's get to know these guys a little bit more. So where are you guys from?
So originally I'm from New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire,
Yeah.
Manchester. Oddly enough, we got a couple of New Hampshire Ians.
Yeah,
I
we
guess
got
you
some
would say that
folks.
in the audience.
Anybody in the audience from New Hampshire?
New
Yes.
Hampshire,
Yes, the one guy over there. I like it.
Somehow I ended up here. I don't know.
Ian, what about you? Where are you from?
Originally born in New Jersey, moved down to Southwest Florida when I was 5. Really called Tampa second home. I went to college in Tampa.
Southwest
so,
Florida, like as in the Fort Myers area? Or?
Fort Myers, Lehigh Acres to be technical, but yes, Fort Myers is just to identify with everybody that doesn't know where Lehigh is.
So you went to university for?
Originally went for business, and then went to HCC, and then never finished.
And
got
business
got in
school
love with brewing beer.
Did you lived in Tampa for a little while?
Oh yeah, it's really where I got my love for craft beer. Shout out to Dunderbox. I learned how to cook at Mr. Dunderbox, and
Sounds really
A
familiar.
lot of
in
people,
German restaurant. Yeah, they do Dunderbrow now. So
Yeah.
That's right.
I think,
JB, thanks man.
I think when Swan Brewing was on, he was talking about knowing them as well and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that place has been around for a long time, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has, yeah. Actually, it used to be in the University Mall, right by USF, and now they have a newer location in
Near
New Tampa.
University of Tampa, right? In South Tampa, pretty much, don't they?
No, North Tampa actually. Yeah, they're very much so close to almost Wesley Chapel now.
Okay.
sort of area.
I'm confusing you with something else, but I know the name. Dave out in Arizona loved the commercial. He wants to see more. He wants to see more of Billy's crack.
More tongues.
He wants some tongues.
I don't know. That's
That's
nuts.
on you,
Do
Dave.
we have those
What are you
tongs right
looking
here? I
for?
would love those.
Find him on
tongs.
Facebook.
Oh, chicken.
The chicken will hook you up. The chicken can
easy
hook you up.
payments
Chicken
of
has it on
$9.99.
Facebook.
Chicken said he's not feeling very good.
Well,
Some meat will help that.
that's all right. We can find stuff to do with him.
No, he said that he was thinking about the commercial and Billy's crack, and he said that kind of made him nauseous.
Oh wow, not for everybody.
Oh,
crack's not for everybody.
Crack's not for
Yeah.
everybody.
So what do you guys got coming up? You guys got any events, any festivals or anything coming up you're going to attend?
No events planned in the near future. We're really trying to get the ball rolling on everything else, legally speaking, so we can get the product out to the people.
When do you think it's going to be out? When do you think people are going to be able to get your stuff?
We're shooting for the next 3 or 4 months to be out on the market, so you'll be able to buy at local bars.
Great.
Sweet. I like it. I can't wait
It
to
is good. It's
have
like-
some more. Yeah,
All
this,
right.
this is pretty refreshing.
So we'll start with Ian on the
Yes,
end
do
there.
another round.
Yes.
Okay. Probably the best beer in the world, or so the slogan says. Who is it?
Probably the best. beer in
Don't bite her arm.
5, 4.
Stella?
No. Carlsberg. You have to drink up.
I thought we were going to be good at this trivia. and
No,
we're
I'm
just
telling
not
you, you
good.
guys suck at
I'm
trivia.
telling you, this is like mass production trip. I want
You look
to
like you
more
need some more there,
craft
sir.
beer
Yes,
stuff.
thank you very much. What is this one?
So this is Sticky Fingers.
All right.
Sticky Fingers. What
This
is Sticky Fingers?
White grape mead with local soft palmetto.
Yeah,
honey.
yeah. Hey, by the way, audience, if you want to come have some of
Yes.
this, come grab some.
Come on down, audience.
Come
We
on
got
up.
plenty.
So
Put your
Matt,
butts in the camera. Literally.
In some bars in the world, which beer is supposed to be poured in a certain way so that a shamrock in the head appears after it settles?
Gosh, that's so
It's got to
easy.
be Guinness.
There you go. So you won. So you get to pick who you want to drink.
I think it's your turn.
It's my
Tell me
turn.
one last
Take
time. Come
I
on.
drink that all day, every day. All right, Tommy.
Whoa.
Here, feel free
I
to
wasn't
take that for the
expecting
rest of the
that.
crowd. That's a 16%.
Okay.
That's a lot.
16%.
That's
Yeah.
something.
The
That's
British
something.
Royal Navy replaced its sailors' rations of beer and brandy with which alcohol beverage in 1655?
The who? The who did it? Who replaced it?
The Who.
The British
it's
Navy?
not music.
The British Navy?
The British
Who.
Navy replaced its sailors' rations of beer and brandy with which alcoholic
Rum?
beverage? Yay!
How's that a beer? How's that beer trivia?
Because they replaced their beer and brandy.
I was gonna almost say
Oh.
cider, but
You're just trying to
So
get
Well,
who
I
do
got
you want- who do
lucky.
you
I
want to
got
drink?
lucky on that one.
Who do you want to drink?
Me.
Okay, yes. Silly
everyone.
question.
Oh,
Silly
whoa,
question.
that's like doing a shot of
I know.
some
it's
really
like fantastic.
fine booze.
we used a little too much honey in that one.
Yeah,
It came
got
out
a little
really
bite to it.
nice
I like
though.
it.
Very, very high alcohol. This is not normally as high as we would go.
So let me ask you, how you guys know each other? How'd you guys become friends? How'd you guys become friends, and then how'd you just evolve into you guys becoming business partners?
I honestly think, was it through the bars, or would we say it's through ex-girlfriends? I don't know. It's a variety of
Combination of the two. We both work at
Yeah.
a different world of beers.
Were you just like sitting sultry at a table and he
I was
decided to
crying,
come up and,
and he just put
start a
his arm around
conversation
me,
and buy you a drink?
Rub
and-
my back a little bit.
I mean, ooh, yeah.
Ex-girlfriends. Ex-girlfriend. When guys
it all
become
together.
friends.
The way I tell the story is that his ex-girlfriend got him the barrel, the very first thing we tried, and we were about to make beer in it. We were going to collab and make beer in it, and then since I've been making cider since 2011, I said, well, why don't we put a cider in there? And that's kind of where it took off, honestly.
I think some of the best guy friendships are started by dating chicks that end up introducing you, and then the chicks disappear, and then
definitely.
you become buddies.
and then we just sleep with each other and share the same bed. And
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's
It
like
doesn't
that's-
always have to
that's-
come to
that's-
that.
That's more information than our viewers.
I did
wanted.
live with some buddies once, and I did share a bed with a buddy just because I had nowhere to sleep.
You didn't share the bed with me last night, guy.
can't
Come
help myself.
on.
No, I can't help myself.
His cousin would sleep on the couch
Jeez.
naked, and I was afraid to go out of the room at night. Once the door closed, I was like, knew that dude was getting naked and sleeping on the couch. He was weird. He would sleep naked on the couch
And once you
with
see
other
that,
dudes there.
you
It's like-
can't unsee it.
yeah, so I just
That's
stayed in the
starting to
room.
throw.
And I'm
There's
like,
some things you can't unsee.
Sometimes I would
we saw
sleep in the
something
closet.
weird over here earlier. I was about to say.
Sometimes I'd sleep in the closet, then I'd come out of the closet, I'd jump in the bed with him. Oh, that sounds weird. Does that sound gay? Does that make me gay?
Yeah, that doesn't sound
No,
gay at
there's
all.
nothing going on. Joey
But there's
Rodriguez, what
nothing
up?
wrong with that.
He's in Jersey. He's at the Jersey
Not
Shore.
like there's anything wrong with that.
No, it's fine. Whatever.
Equal opportunity.
Whatever.
Yes.
Hi,
Angela
Angela.
is
Hello, Angela.
watching. She says hi.
Hello
Hi,
there.
Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Is that Angela from the Pasco Brewers Guild? Yeah, she makes
Oh, yeah.
she makes some fantastic
What is that
sours.
magical brew that she
Sours.
makes?
The magical sour is apple pie.
It's a wheat
Yes.
wheat beer.
Yeah.
And people go crazy for it now. That's a
Yes.
great segue into your pina colada. Is that what it's called? What do you guys
We
call
did
it?
have the pina colada
Which
when we
they
met you
didn't
guys.
bring, and I'm
Yeah.
very upset
Unfortunately not.
about
Why didn't you
that.
bring that? That's so good. You guys ran out of that at the Temple Terrace Brew Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me about it. I think I got literally the last sip of it, and I told them, and they didn't get to have any. But
That's probably why we got the T-shirts, because they felt bad that they didn't have any of the coconut left.
Wow.
So that's why we got T-shirts. And no T-shirt for you, chicken. Oh.
Anybody that's going to wear the T-shirt, we want to give it to. If you want to represent us,
Oh,
we're more
yes,
than
we
happy
will.
to provide.
Appreciate all the love.
We can't wear it
represent-
as well as you do. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
do you want to show your belly button tattoo to the camera?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Look at that. That's a real tattoo.
Yeah,
We
it
did
was-
not draw that on there with a marker.
Yeah. Some things you can't unsee. That's the theme of tonight. But
From behind, when you're standing up, he looks like a super fit guy, and he turns around, it looks like there's a pillow in his shirt.
yeah.
That's amazing.
yeah, but remember, they sleep together, so.
No,
it
that
might
was a
be
joke.
his.
They were just joking
Oh,
about
were
that.
they?
Please tell me you were just joking,
that
right?
was a joke, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Or at least you sleep with socks on.
Unfortunately.
It's fine. If you sleep in the
you
same
know.
bed, just sleep with socks on. That's good.
Poor chicken. I'm
'Cause that's where all
telling
the
you.
bad stuff is in the
Chicken's tossing
feet.
his cookies over the
Like
whole
we said, we
idea.
don't discriminate.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Hey, that's what it is. It's a progressive world.
As far as pina colada is concerned, we actually made a couple cocktail-inspired ciders a few events ago, we made a blueberry mint and a pina colada.
A blueberry mint.
Blueberry mint. That will actually
You'll
be
be a
one of
beer.
our. That will be one of our core ciders once we are fully launched. That will be blueberry mint. It was very successful.
Yeah.
However, we wanted to remaster Pina Colada 2.0, and we went as far as use some of the original elements of the original Pina Colada, some of the dregs basically, we put on top of a new cider.
What you guys had was the second round of pina colada.
What he had.
What I had.
Right.
He didn't share it with me.
Well, it was like a little tiny sip. It was,
Yeah,
but it was amazing.
It's an
It was really-
ever-improving recipe, so I think we probably have to make that another 2 or 3 times.
And what would
till
you
it's
what
right.
would you consider that? Is it a cider? Is it a mead? Is it just a? Is it?
Technically, that's a cider. We do like some more. Like I said, we do a lot of beer minded stuff. I add a ton of lactose to that, so milk sugar, basically what you would get in a milk stout, that gives it that creamy mouthfeel to really make it emulate a pina colada, like you're drinking a frozen creamy cocktail.
And coconut
Say
milk
creamy
as well.
one more time, Matthew. One more time.
Creamy.
It's a family show.
The coconut milk was probably the craziest thing. We batted around the idea of using a can of coconut milk, that really thick stuff you see, and we were batting around the idea, and I kind of researched it. I was like, I don't know, man, it might curdle. And he was like, all right, well, I already added it to it. And I was like, all right, let's just, well, no, that's what you ended up having. It turned out
came out really
really
well.
well. We can't guarantee the repeatability of that, but
so it was kind of like a happy accident. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, totally.
yeah, we love to experiment.
In
we
the
love
end,
to,
you mean in the end, it was a happy accident. So technically, it'd be a happy ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually you got to pay for
it was
those, too.
a creamy happy ending.
Maybe happy ending. Sure.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
so what are the plans for Fort Misery in the future? So you're going to roll out by offering your wares, your product,
Yep.
your delicious ciders and meads and whatever at other breweries that are already established, up and running, kind of thing. Beyond that, are you guys going to get your own place? Are you going to be still in Fort Myers?
We're going to
or-
do something a little different too. I mean, just like in general, we do things outside of the box different. That's the cool thing about this craft industry in general, is there's really no guidelines to it. You can do it however you want.
Yeah.
So down the road, after we create enough revenue through our distribution outlet, we're going to open our own tap room. That's also going to double as a bottle shop, and we're going to sell a ton of craft beer in there as well. We both love craft beer in general.
Cool.
Love
Great.
to talk about it, love to drink it, love to sell it.
You're saying craft beer, not crap beer, right?
Yes,
Yep.
oh yeah.
Craft beer,
We
yeah.
might have a little
Craft.
PBR too, but
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with the little PBR.
no,
Right.
no,
Yeah.
nothing
So
wrong
we
with
have to
that.
take
Or
a
the
break,
beast.
but we'll be back after our break. We'll play another round, and I'll talk about what's happening this weekend.
Well, we'll be here if a tidal wave or a nuclear bomb doesn't get us or something.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Fingers crossed. no.
Possible. Fingers crossed. You, go ahead.
Oh, hey, we're back.
Hey,
So
we're still here, doing it big.
Tanya Ketchum said hello. So hi, Tanya.
Hello,
Thanks
Tanya.
for watching.
Hi, Tanya.
So
This sip's for you, Tanya, right here.
this segment is where I talk about what's happening.
Yeah,
if
what's
anybody
happening?
is interested in partaking in some alcoholic beverages this weekend.
Activities.
Yeah. So Saturday is yoga on tap at Big Storm at 10 a.m. $10 gets you admission to the class and 1 free pint of beer, but they ask that you bring your own yoga mat because nobody wants to use somebody else's sweaty yoga mat.
I personally
and
wouldn't
no,
care.
Chicken, you can't do yoga.
I just don't want to do yoga. It's too hard.
Right.
It hurts way too much.
Pint and Brew in Palm Harbor is celebrating their 3rd year anniversary, so congratulations to you guys.
Is that upward chicken? That's the upward chicken pose. Look, he's doing yoga. Yogurt. I like
Angry
yogurt.
Chair is going to be there with their 2-pump chump.
Oh, so
I'm sure
good.
a lot of guys know what 2-pump chump means anyway.
I have no idea.
And
Never heard
Space
that
Grass
before.
from 12 until 12. Three Daughters Brewing in St. Pete's is having live music from 2 to 6 and then 8 till 11 with food trucks. And on Sunday, 81 Bay is having a brunch market. And they're going to have fresh local produce, vendors, and live music.
Produce? Is that how they say it in Canada?
Yeah,
Produce?
that was pretty good.
Produce.
Produce.
Fruits and vegetables. How about
Fruits
that?
and vegetables?
Yes.
Okay. I'm
And
into fruits
then
and
on
vegetables.
Sunday as well, 610
I like
is
missing green.
collaborating with the Brass Tap and Ebor, and they're having a charity brunch, and all the proceeds is going to proceeds.
How many brass taps are there in the Tampa
There's
area?
quite a few. I think
Quite a
there's
few in there.
4.
Bunch of
But
them.
all the proceeds are going to go directly to the Life Path Hospice. And the Brass Tap in Trinity is having another Jeep Day from 1 till 4. And there's going to be lots of Jeeps and raffles and food
Wait, where's the Jeeps?
at the Brass Tap in Trinity.
Okay.
And a portion of the sales is going to go to the Ronald McDonald House charity. Remember, we had them on our show before.
I do not recall that.
And on behalf of Team Just
Sorry,
One More,
Ronald.
they're going to send
So sorry.
send the money out to them. So that's what's going on this
Wow.
weekend. And Kristen from Canada is watching.
Yeah,
Kristen's my
Canadian.
daughter. So hi to you and the little
Are you
boys.
looking at me? Are you
and
looking
Ray
at him?
Letts
I
is
can't
watching,
tell.
and I believe that Ray is
You have eyes on
actually
either
playing in
side of
his
your head. You
band
know that,
sometime
right?
this weekend.
You're looking.
So I'm not sure where Ray is playing. If somebody wants to let me know where he's playing, we can tell everybody.
I could tell you, but I do not
His
have
band
my
is
phone.
50 Nifty. I do remember
Yes,
that.
he invited me to go to see
Yeah.
to play, but I have a birthday party tomorrow night and I can't do it.
Your birthday?
No, not my birthday. My birthday's not till November 18th. I'll be 47.
That's because nobody wants
Yes.
to celebrate your birthday tomorrow anyway.
No, tomorrow's not a good day to celebrate my
No.
birthday. I want to keep it November.
Yeah.
November seems to work out well for me.
Awesome. So these guys were great. I mean, their cider.
You talk about them like they're dead, like the
We
show's
were
over.
great.
You guys are great.
We still
Not
have like
were great.
10 minutes.
Put that away.
No, they are great. They're
They are
excellent. Great guys. Good guys.
We got
Like
a little
'em.
more if we want to.
Yeah, no,
finish
we
up.
wanna. We
We
Let's do
want
it.
to. So afterwards, we are heading down to Rebel Dog for a drink or two. You guys are more than welcome to come down with us.
I think
Uh-oh.
we might have to be there so Ian can take a nap in the car, perhaps.
Oh, okay.
I like to make fun of him. He doesn't like it too much.
I mean, well,
Okay, so Ray is going to
We're
be playing
down.
with Danny's.
Danny's.
Yeah.
That for you.
Oh, that's the other stuff. I have to finish this
Yeah,
stuff.
you got.
Since hey, these guys love to sleep together, they could have my room, and I could sleep in the couch.
all right, there we go.
They could stay
Party.
up here.
What they
and get crazy.
Three's Company, right?
Three's Company, come and knock on our door.
Oh, we've got plenty of room. Plenty of room.
Let's keep it weird.
Outside the box.
What is this one?
Is this the
this
standard
is-
dry?
This one's
is
bubbly.
A red wine barrel fermented, just our straight
This
up
is
dry
like a
apple cider.
champagne. This is like a champagne with the bubbles. Try it.
This is what all of our ciders are based off of at their core. This is
It has the carbonation, like the bubbles of
Nice
of-
brewed champagne.
yeah,
Oh,
totally.
that's good. It's a little on the dry side, but
Can you do like a mimosa out of this?
Oh, yeah.
What would
Oh,
you
yeah.
call that?
Like
Would it be
we-
called a mimosa?
I don't know. I've played around with this a little bit. Cider mosa just doesn't sound right. We're gonna
ciderosa.
have to keep that in the workshop until we get something good.
Yeah, workshop that one for sure because I think you got something there. Especially if you guys do the food thing, like you mentioned that you
Little-
might down the
little
road maybe
brunch
do
action.
some food. Yeah, oh yeah, 'Cause
So,
that's hugely popular.
We have a question. World of Beer. Did you do some training at World of Beer?
Yeah, so actually we're both World of Beer employees, separate
Veterans.
ones. Yes, I've been about 2 years now. He's been there probably since before I was born.
Yeah, off and on for 6 years. 2011 opened up the Fort Myers World of Beer, and I've left a couple times to brew at a couple local establishments in the Fort Myers area. Get that under my belt, and.
Are you saying that he's got some years on you? Like he's your Yoda? Or?
Yeah, he's definitely the Yoda.
Really?
So that would make me Luke Skywalker.
31. He's what are you, 26?
26, yeah.
Something like
For
that.
all the ladies watching, 26. Single, ready to mingle. This is where you scroll
Nice.
the phone number at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
603.
Ladies, this guy, you can have some fun with him. Talk about a first date. You can make it all happen. Let's
Hey,
get excited.
listen, the first time we met him, he gave us shirts, so
Imagine what
he
you'll
knows
get.
how to treat a lady.
What's another word for an apple?
And another
There's
word for
another
him.
word for apples. Not in Spanish.
I was going to say the French. Just
no, but
Palm. Yeah, I was.
No, there is another word for apple. Or another way to refer to apples or something that has apples in it. Maybe a. Gosh darn it.
Pectins.
No. I was thinking this could be a way to get into the mimosa thing. Is use that word and then I don't know. It's gonna take some careful research, I think.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a couple beers to.
Yeah, and
really
a little
get the juices
Googling.
And a
You gotta
little
do some
Googling.
Googling.
Yeah.
Beer and Google.
definitely.
I don't know that.
Because I don't know the word mimosa. Where does that even come from? Like, what does that mean? What does mimosa mean?
That's a fine question.
That is a great
So you
question.
got to break,
I don't know
that
if
down
that's-
before you start tearing it apart. Like you can't go cider mosa if you don't even know what a mimosa is, right? You got to.
Oh, I know what's in a mimosa. It's champagne and.
No, I know it's in a mimosa. No, the word. I'm saying literally the word mimosa. Well, where does that come from? What does it mean? Is it mim and then osa? Are you putting two different words together to make mimosa? Or, I don't know.
We'll just say it's Latin derived, as it works out.
Matt's
Mo
usually
cider,
very good
give me
with
some
our
more.
names. So.
Yeah, Edward Griswold.
Edward
wants some
Griswold.
cider.
Hi, Edward.
We're going to make that happen. Well, they're going to make it happen, not us,
Oh,
per
yeah.
se.
Yeah.
Them,
We will
they
be
are.
getting cider into your mouths real soon.
Yeah.
Promise.
Couple months.
Skeet that cider into your mouth.
Pinky swear.
Yeah. I like
It's
it.
really good.
Thank you. Thanks for
Oh, these
having me.
bubbles go right to my head.
Yeah.
Excellent.
No,
Got some
we
more of that?
appreciate you coming,
Is that
like-
this one?
Oh, yeah, that's
I
that
know
one.
you guys stayed in Tampa last night because you were at a concert.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys
we
went and
came
saw who?
Saw some Deftones. That was a really killer show.
It bubbles just like champagne.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real deal.
But, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we got a little wet. Got a.
Did
He's
it,
talking about a rain, by the way.
Yes.
yes, I went to see Enrique Iglesias and Pitbull. We were inside, so we didn't get rained on, but when we came outside, all the cars were soaking wet. So you guys were actually outside at the
Outside.
Mid-Florida.
We were at the amphitheater, yeah.
Did they keep playing through the rain?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did anybody get electrocuted?
Unfortunately not. That was
Not to our knowledge, at least. No.
Did you catch water in your belly button?
I think I did a little bit. I was actually wearing a more appropriately fitting shirt at the time. Yeah. Yeah, you can still see it right there. Hey, everybody.
Gosh, whoa. Highest rated show ever.
Terrible.
You know,
Can't
you
take
can
me
kill
anywhere.
someone. You can kill someone. You know the most vulnerable part of your body? Most guys would say it's the nuts. It's not. It's the belly button. There's a very thin membrane there in the bottom of the belly button. You push hard with your finger, you can kill someone.
I
My
will
wife
tell
tries to do
you.
it to me all the time.
I will tell
Almost
you, I've
every day.
been poked really hard. It feels real weird.
It does feel weird
It does not feel right.
you're this close to dying. That's why.
Yeah.
Death
Yeah.
feels probably very weird. Yeah.
Look at
Belly
that.
button.
We're talking about you
Martial
never
arts.
know.
This is martial
Be
arts.
safe,
my
everybody.
mother always told me not to play with my belly button because
You
if
could
you
die. You
unscrew
could kill
it,
yourself.
no,
She didn't want
said
to tell
that-
you the truth.
No, she said that if you unscrew it, your butt will fall off.
That's a real thing too. How do you think the butt stays on? Really? You think it just stays there by just magic? It's not magic. No,
How
it
do
is
you use this
screwed on.
extra tight bolt?
Oh, I was gonna say, is that like a ratchet set version instead? You know, you never know.
Very dangerous thing, the belly button. Not
Dangerous
something to
path
be.
you don't
It's
wanna
not
go
something to be
down.
taken lightly. You don't
Do you,
trifle with the belly
do you know
button.
why blondes' belly buttons are always red and sore?
Do they have so much fun?
No, it's
Oh,
because
boy.
their boyfriends are blonde too.
I have no idea what that joke means. I'll be honest with you. I have no clue what that joke
The
means.
audience got it.
What does one person's belly button have to do with the other in their hair color?
I don't know.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Canadian joke. That's a Canadian joke, isn't it? I'm not Canadian. That's why I don't get
The
it.
chicken didn't like that joke.
Chicken's so easily offended. He's a very sensitive chicken.
Yes.
He's out of here.
So these
man.
guys, you guys were fantastic. We had lots of laughs, and your cider was fantastic. And I'm hoping everybody goes and
Yes.
gets to try some of it. Next week,
Whoa.
I am going to be in Canada, so Tommy is going to be solo with your friends from JJ Taylor and
Yeah.
Tomoka Brewing.
Yes. Gosh, you have a memory. This girl has got a memory on her that won't quit.
Yeah. So
Yes.
we got
So,
10 seconds to
it's
say
gonna be a good
goodbye.
show.
Yes.
Check
So
it out.
Make
We're
sure
gonna
you
have
check
fun.
us out next
Promise
week.
you.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Have a beer-tastic day.
Thank you.
It's been a rough work day. The boss is busting your ass. All you can think of is a nice cold glass of beer and sunshine. Life can get you down, but you can take all the licks. Nothing in this world out of beer and sunshine cannot fizz. So it's a beautiful day for some beach in a tan. Grab a few friends, put your feet in the sand with some beer and sunshine. Oh, beer and sunshine. Yeah, beer and sunshine.